getting the best out of your basement. If it's a dumping ground for clutter, that would be a no. So here to inspire you to make it somewhere you want to spend time, designer Micheal Lambie. Micheal!
Thank you.
Welcome, my love.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the basement space. You have a lot of square footage there to play around with, don't you?
Well, if you have, it's pretty much 1/3 of your square footage of your entire home. So if you think about that's 1/3 of your mortgage that you're spending in your basement. It's a lot of value. So we want to make it an extension of your home, not just some place that, you know, you've been to houses where you're walking through and it's impeccably designed and you go downstairs and then womp, womp, womp. So we want to give it the respect that it deserves, basically.
That's right. Okay, so speaking of giving it the respect it deserves, we have an incredible before and after transformation done by you. So take a look at the before. A lot of you will recognize that as your basement, the columns there.
Yeah.
You can see the insulation. Take a look at the transformation after it's completely transformed with the designer's eye. So if you have a lot of space, that can be really tough just because there's so much space.
100%. This was 3,500 square foot. So after we checked off all the lists of my clients' wish lists, we're like, great, what do we do with the other 1,500? There was still more to do.
Yes.
But whether it's large or small, it's the same challenge. It's about creating zones. It's about creating flow. So really about when we're designing basements, we're looking at flow, we're looking at creating focal points, and we're on then style, right?
Okay. Well, focal point for me is looking at that wine cellar downstairs. Yes. That's a focal point.
That was awesome.
Let's show them another before pic. So this is another before Micheal got his hands in there. That's how it looked. And then the transformation, you can see this zone turned into a dining area.
Yeah,
right?
So they really didn't need a dining area and kitchen, and that access is to their back pool.
Beautiful.
So we said, listen, you're going to have food, you're going to have people coming in and eating. We're going to create a dining zone.
Really good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about creating zones.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So if your basement's not quite that large and it's maybe a little thinner, this set's not very large. So what we're trying to do is create space where we can have everything happen at once.
Yes.
So we created a focal point, which is really important in basements. We want to control the eye. We created a focal point with some wallpaper. I love wallpaper.
Yes.
It creates so much more dimension than what paint can achieve.
Yes.
So I try to do wallpaper, even if it's on a small wall.
Yeah,
right?
it's really nice when you get the texture on there as well. Like this feels good and looks good.
It's mimicking tile, basically, right? So it's a lot of impact. Fireplaces create great mood, especially electric fireplaces. You can have the light going without even heat. So if you want a little romantic setting, it's there, right? And this is called the cube from Avanti. It's really cool because it's 3-sided. So it's not flat up against the wall like most fireplaces we know. You can approach from all angles and it still looks really good.
It's almost like a piece of art, right?
That's it. It's just a visual dance that's happening there.
Lovely. Okay, so also what's over here behind me?
So we have this piece from IKEA. Now it's an entertainment unit where you can put your TV on. So normally we think about putting our TVs on the wall. But we created a space here where if you have 2 people, you're watching the TV. If you have 4, 5, or 8, we have additional seating. We have seating behind the sofa where now we're extending the basement. But what's great is it partitions it. So on the other side of this TV, you can put a treadmill or you can put a kid zone. So again, talking about those zones, we actually have an example of a kid zone that we've created in a client's basement.
So you don't want to forget about the kids. They need a space. You want it to be organized. We have a picture of the kid zone that you created for this particular client. So you can see all of the toys nicely organized in the shelving unit. Bean bags. They've got seating there, a little table.
Yes. Well, what was great about this, it's actually an awkward space. It's right at the bottom of the stairs. So it's a large basement, but you have to walk down the hallway to get to the basement. So they didn't know what to do with this space.
Yes.
So I'm saying it's a great place to put young kids. It's within earshot. The kids can be there. They can run upstairs. If you hear, "Hey, Mom!" You can hear them, right? So it's nice and close. So it became their little space.
Yes.
They have their TV, so that when the adults are playing and the kids are playing, you're in 2 separate zones, right?
I think it's beautiful. Lovely. Amazing when you have the space that you can do that. Back to the seating here.
Yes.
Now, I think what's cool about this is not only have you used a modular sofa that you can break apart so you can actually get it into
downstairs.
certain places.
Exactly.
But putting the higher stools behind the sofa is a design idea you don't see a lot. It's a smart thing to do, though. So they can see in the back, and the folks on the sofa can see as well.
Right. It's about layering and zones. So if you have 8 or 10 people, we can sit 8 people here comfortably.
Lovely.
You can put a console table behind there. They can have their drinks, and it's just about using the space that you've created, right?
Yeah. No, I might copy that one. I like that. Okay. What else do we have here that we want to point out for viewers to help them maximize their basement space?
Well, it's really about being modular. So we have the the ottomans and
Yeah.
the sofa, which all break into certain pieces. And what I wanted to really highlight there, it's a deep sofa. If you notice, it's deeper than the normal one. It's actually a sleeper, so you don't have, if you don't have the space to pull stuff out,
Yes.
just a couple of pillows and you have a bed, but it's also comfortable for people to curl up on.
Yeah.
So it's really about picking pieces that are going to be multi-dimensional for you
Right.
without dominating a lot of space. Because this is a small space, but we have achieved a lot here.
We have. Now, when it comes to minimizing clutter, a lot of what you want to see are clean lines. And so you've done this with the laundry for this
Yes.
client.
Yeah.
So take a look at this cupboard. Looks lovely, looks like it's storing something, and then you see what's inside, and it's the washer dryer. Lovely,
Right.
nicely tucked away.
Well, this was a really small basement where the laundry room was part of the space.
Got it.
And we couldn't put walls around it, so we're
Yes.
like, "Ugh." But they wanted a bar. They wanted to obviously use the space more, so we integrated it with the bar design and everything.
Yeah.
So now it's there. When there's people over, you don't know it's there. But when you're doing
Right.
laundry, you fold your clothes on your bar top. But it's multi-space, right?
Yeah, well, that's how most of us are living, right?
That's it.
So really
That's
good.
it.
Really good design ideas there, Michael.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that. We also want to thank Casa Life, LT Market, stylish fireplaces, and the wallpaper is from Ultra Luxe Linens. Great work.